It's time that I admit that I'm working with a bunch of amateurs. And I mean that. It's ridiculous. I look great. I have no freaking clue what they're doing. I try to make them feel like, yeah dude, it looks good, it looks great. It looks terrible. I mean that. It looks terrible. I'm the only one up here performing. Ben, he's the worst. He can't even throw his drumsticks. He doesn't do anything. He just sits back there. Oh, I got a rat tail. I got a rat tail. Awesome, dude. Who cares? I'm the one doing this. Hey, you guys are all doing great though, for real. It looks good. It's awful.
I will never leave you. I will never leave or forsake you. I will never leave you alone. I will never leave or forsake you.
Here we are, we're doing a video for our song called Promises, and right now we're shooting it in the airplane hangar that Gary Stearman's letting us use, so that's awesome, thanks Gary. And so basically we're unloading, we're getting everything set up, getting his stuff set up. There he is, there's me. Anyways, so here's the airplane hangar where we're doing the video.
When you're broken hearted, I'll pick you up when you're crushed in spirit.
This is what hustling looks like right here. But basically, we moved out the plane, now we're setting up everything.
That guy has no idea I messed with all the buttons in there. He's not gonna have a clue what to do.
Once the plane was moved out, we had a lot more room, which was really great because we really needed it for all of our lights and our gear and everything else. But now we only had about 4 to 5 hours to shoot the video because Gary Stearman, the man that was letting us use the airplane hangar, had to fly around for 5-6 hours so we could shoot our video. So we started setting up as fast as we could. Some of us worked harder than others. Yeah. But we got it all set up and it looked good, and we were really surprised that like just the little bit of fog and the little extra lights looked as good as they did. And it helped that we had Colby Moore shooting the video because everything he seems to shoot and take pictures of looks amazing. So it was really awesome working with Colby. He worked probably the hardest out of all of us, getting stuff ready, you know, helping unload and set up and setting up the lights and everything. He just did an awesome job, and it was a ton of fun. We had a blast. It was like 110 degrees in that airplane hangar. I remember feeling after every song like really lightheaded, and I think one of us threw up. It was just like super boiling hot. We had some water, but that was about it. We've been doing this for about an hour, maybe a little bit more. Getting really tired. It's coming out good though. These lights look great. The guy that's letting us use his hangar's flying still. He just called me, so I don't know where he is right now. Maybe Japan. He's been flying for a while now, but anyways, he's gonna keep flying. We're gonna keep recording, and yeah, I'm stoked on it. We used a GoPro camera, and we put the GoPro camera on our headstocks and shot down towards the strings, and that worked out really well.
We're gonna strap this little camera to Ben's head on a helmet and get a first-person view of him play the drums. And it looks awesome. Say hi, Ben.
Ben looks like he's supposed to go rocking. I mean, geographic.
Alright, look at the camera, Ben.
Yeah.
I like to play.
Alright, you guys ready to go?
For the storyline, we wanted me writing all the promises of God and the lyrics of the song on a wall and having it, and then speeding it up later and having it go with the music. And this was, we went through a lot of trouble trying to do this, actually, even though it was a very simple thing to do. At first we wanted to make fake walls that were covered in hymns. So we went to like 6 different thrift stores trying to find old hymn books, and we found different worship books and anything that had, you know, like that type of old parchment paper looking. But we really wanted it to look old, and we couldn't really find stuff that looked old and tattered and burnt and like scroll paper almost. So we Googled how to make paper look old, and which we ended up trying a tea thing to stain the paper, and then it was a big mess. We didn't even know what we were doing. So we're trying to make paper look really old. So here, as you can see, we have our hymn paper that we bought at the bookstore. So we crumbled that up. Right, now over here, we've got our tea and coffee brewing. So we're going to, the idea is to get this all over the paper, right? Let it sit for a little bit. Colby's working on this water. And then the idea is to make this paper look really old and awesome. And then we've got these big sheets of masonite that we're gonna, you know, spray on adhesive, stick them on there and everything. Get a nice backdrop going. And yeah, and we'll see how it looks in the video. You'll see what we're talking about. And then we tried different things. We tried putting the paper in the oven. There's no cookies in, that's paper.
What?
There's no cookies in the oven, Russell, that's paper.
What do you mean?
I know it's you can't eat that. Oh.
Yeah, it's got some cocoa and stuff on it.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, God.
What you guys got over there? It's bleach paper.
Don't eat that.
I guess I don't get it. But
Bye, Russell.
bye.
We ruined the hymnal. Not gonna work. The hymnal that we spent 2 or 3 hours looking for ain't gonna work.
So if you ever try this trick, don't dump all the paper
into a huge tub of coffee and tea. A little bit, and mostly water. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work at all. Maybe spray it. Yeah. Yep.
Is it done?
Nope.
Let's see what Ben has to offer. Oh, dang. That looks good. Wow, Ben has made the first actual successful burnt paper look. Look what Ben did.
Look what I did.
Look what Ben did.
You did it, Ben.
How you did that? I burnt it
With
the
Heat gun.
Heat gun.
oh, that looks great.
So,
Yeah.
can we do that 300 more times? It took me probably only like 3 minutes. So, 300 times 3 minutes. 900 minutes.
That's fine.
You'll be fine.
So Colby,
Hey.
we thought after all this, we thought, you know what would work better is there's this thing called Photoshop, and we could use it
every day.
that we and we could just Photoshop old script hymnals or paper and make it all look tattered and aged, and then just print that out on the printer and crumble it up a little bit, and we basically have a better version of what we were trying to do, but without all the chemicals and ovens and stuff. So
We're dumb.
I guess what that leads us to say is thanks, Photoshop. We ended up just saying, okay, well maybe we won't even be able to see what we're writing with the parchment paper, so let's just do a white wall.
4 hours of my life.
You'll be alright. I wasted 80.
It's true. We had we've had all day and done nothing.
The entire day.
Not one day.
No closer to being ready to
We
film.
ate Burger King
We did.
and chimichanga.
And chimichanga.
We're gonna paint a board.
So what we decided to do was instead of write on a wall of paper, we're going to just do a white wall instead. So we're making our white wall right now for me to write on. Simple. Colby's very happy about it. But he's really just, Colby works better with the... Then it came to mind that I had a storm cellar that was concrete, that was white walls completely. And so we went down there and it was perfect. We ended up taking the old parchment paper and the things that we bought from the thrift store and scattering it all over the ground. And then we made these candlestick holders out of just like PVC pipe and 2x4s. So all this time, all I had to do was go in the storm cellar with a piece of charcoal, and that was it. Luckily, when we watched the footage back and we sped it up and everything, it ended up looking really great. I think it made for a good B-roll for this video.